Good morning everyone, and welcome back to what is day 9 of the grand organ rebuild. I'm with my very good friend Yanis, and he's helping out today. The first major job is that very big wind bellow box thing, like a big accordion that holds all the air. We're going to flip it over, and we've got to remove the manual element. So that bit that used to be, as I said, in the old times where they used to manually pump it, that has to be removed, and we need to make an airtight seal. So we're going to flip it over, have a look what we need. Michael and I think have got to make a couple of plates and gaskets to go over there, and then after doing a few other little repairs, it's going straight into the organ. So then it's mega progress, big bits, manifolds that take all the big bits of air around the organ. And then we're kind of setting out then for doing all the intricate little airways. But first things first, bellows over, repair the patches, and then
let's crack on.
Good morning everyone, welcome back to another video. So importantly this morning we must lower the lift so we can turn the air reservoir over to repair the bottom. So if I turn it on, do that. Done? That's it, it's as far as it goes. Oh no, there we go. Jobs are good, and let's crack on.
Right, so we are on the, as you look at it, the left-hand side of the organ. As you saw, Michael's removed the manual bellow element, which we spoke about earlier, but we need to get it in and underneath, because the next stage is, there are these big manifolds, which I'll just show you now. If Alex just steps back a tiny bit, here is a box, and it's only an example, but it goes something like that. So what happens is the air comes from the main chamber up into here, and it supplies the big wind chest, and on the other side there's the carbon copy of this. So it's a really big element, but we have to get this bit in first, because if we don't, on this side of the organ there sits the whole air chest, similar to one of these, but it's smaller, that holds all the big sort of low sounding wooden boxes which all hang along here and sit into it. So we need to kind of stage by stage, air box in, manifolds on both sides, and then we can put this in, and this is the part that has all those very little tubes which we're replacing for the PVC lead replica. So the first job is, yeah, bellows in, manifolds on, and then we can get this on. And what that means once this is on is that we can then really start pushing forward with all the intricate little pieces we spoke of. It is interesting actually, when you look at the organ, some of you may have noticed that it looks like it's offset, so it doesn't look like it's in the center of this frame, or the red frame that you see. And the reason for that is that this part of the organ was an add-on, so the big pneumatic side of it, which is controlled by all the little pipes, was a later addition. So traditionally, or as it was the size you saw it. They've altered the frame and they've put this big piece on the side, so it looks a bit offset, but once this is all full with those lovely big handmade wooden boxes, it's going to look more balanced. But yeah, it does look a bit offset, but that's just as it was, as I say, because this is a later edition. So I'm going to crack on. Yanis is helping me. We're clearing the decks, and yeah, it's going to be a good day. So catch up later.
So I just had a look in the garage quickly for a piece of wood, which is the right size for covering the old manual pump on the air reservoir, but there's nothing in here. So Nick and I are going to go to Brico and see if we can buy a piece. So let's do that.
Okay, so Michael and I are now constructing the blanking plate for what was the hand mechanism on the bottom of the bellows. So we've turned it over, and as you've seen, Michael's cleaned it all thoroughly. It's all nice and clean and level.
Clean as a whistle.
So now we are going to cut this, and then we're going to mark it out, fix it to the base, and we're going to seal it airtight so that nothing can sneak out the sides. So let's crack on.
Exactly.
Now what we're doing here is giving the old machine a grease up, because we've had all new bushes put into it. If you don't keep it greased, they wear out quickly. So every fortnight, or supposed to be weekly really, but we do it once every 2 years. No, it's, we do it often as we can to keep it from the bushes wearing out. Otherwise it's expensive. You know. Anywhere that's flexible, you know what I mean, that moves.
We're well into the afternoon. Michael has been doing lots more work on the bellows box. I helped him, we put a big panel in and we've screwed it down. It's completely airtight, and he's making a lovely little edge to go round so that if there was any sneaky bits of air that are trying to get out, they won't, but more importantly, it matches what was there before. It looks really authentic. So he's doing that. And Yanis and I are now going to do some work up the top in the big swell box, which you saw yesterday. I'd literally only placed the swell mechanism in position because I wanted to check that we had it all configured in the right order, and we proved that the mechanism worked. It was literally 5 minutes to take them out, and there is a lot of that goes on with it being completely uncharted territory. You know, Michael and I mean, it's second week, as we said, it is uncharted territory. So with some things we've done stuff and we've had to redress it, but that's just the part of the learning process. And we're kind of embracing it because that's the bit of, oh yeah, of course, that makes sense. And we're just working with that. So that's part of the process, and you know, it's intriguing, that bit of it. So we're onwards and upwards with that. So Yanis and I are going to do that. Then hopefully by the end of today, we'll have the bellow box in, and then, like we said, we can start putting all those really big air bits around. So yeah, we'll crack on. Okay, so Yanis and I have done some few bits and pieces. We've done some working out, and on the back of the big swell box, there's a difference in the bit that hangs over at the back. So what we need to do, we've got a little bit of batten. I'm just going to cut it and stick a little slither in one side, so that when we put all our nice boarding on the back, it's parallel. For some reason, it wasn't. I don't know why, but it'd be nice to even it up, and I think it might have been to do with where it's positioned in the cathedral, but we're going to make it nice and level. So on the back it's all good, and then all our planks should just slot in nicely. So cut this and crack on with getting it on the back.
Yeah.
Good job.
Very good job.
Golden.
Golden.
What have I been doing? I've been renovating the cupboard in the kitchen, ready to install the Eco Home panel, or the sort of battery backup. So that's ready. Tomorrow morning I'll start that electrically now. I've been wiring the hallway, or the entranceway, what do you want to call it. We're having a few sockets, a few wall lights and a centre light in there, so that's been going on. And at the moment I'm trying to get the wires through this wall, hence this biggish bit. I've actually got a small bit through there now, but I've got this is, I don't know what, 80 centimetres as well. What's that in old-fashioned sizes? Nearly 3 foot now, I suppose. So we can get some cables through, because we're going to have the mains in this room here. I'm not sure what we call this, on this wall. Big panel, down there. No urgency, but also we want to get out of the entranceway. When the organ's ready, I shall put a panel and some electrics in there to control the pump and the lighting, the air pump and the lighting, etc. So that's about it for now, I suppose, Alex. Yeah.
Oh, nice, yeah, lovely. So let's see you get through this
Some
wall
more.
then.
Yeah,
Let's try, shall we?
I'm just trying to open it a bit more, really. All right, it's going to be noisy, mate. Oh, there is daylight through there. You probably won't be able to see it with your camera, but it's we're nearly there, mate. I'm just trying to widen it a bit if I can, so I want to get more through one hole rather than have to do another.
We believe you, there's daylight.
Yeah. Well, I can see daylight. It's just not a very straight hole at the moment, you know. It's hard to. So I want it to be like 30 mil right through, really, at least, so I can just go everything through one hole, maybe. Yeah. So I'll go and get a bigger bit and have another go, mate, shall I? Yeah.
Okay, so you'll be pleased to know that the bellow repairs are complete. I've just finished this corner, which was the most difficult. This corner was split from top to bottom, and unfortunately it's not one that actually just goes up and down, it goes sideways as well, so that was more complicated. But I've repaired it, and it's done, so it can go in tomorrow. And I think we've all been having a swell time. Actually, they've been having a swell time. My time's been a bit below par, but at least we're doing it ourselves. So there you go, and I'll see you tomorrow.
So at the end of day 9, the 3 musketeers, Pip, myself and Michael, have done well. Michael's been doing his bellows, as he said, and he's done a beautiful job. It's really, really beautiful. I've been up in the swell box putting a new back edge of it all on with Yanis, which was a bit tricky, and you'll have seen in the video it was all a bit skew with and stuff. But we are dealing, as I said, with that little bit which is an add-on, and it is a new add-on, and so was the back of it. So we wouldn't have seen round that side of the organ, and equally you couldn't see in between the bit that the cathedral had put. So yeah, all in all, good day. So tomorrow we are going for the bellows in, and like we said, all those big manifolds I showed you first thing this morning, they're all going to be attached. Blower box, the actual electrical fans going on, and the little curtain box which sits beside it, which is quite a clever mechanism I'll show you tomorrow. As it fills up with air, the curtain drops, so it doesn't overcharge, and as the air discharges, the curtain comes up and comes in. So yeah, again, another really cool thing that, you know, these guys, and as we said before, what clever people. But again, just a privilege to be doing it with Michael and being able to do it, a once in a lifetime experience, or maybe not. Let's watch this space if Billy might find another one, who knows. But in the meantime, we're very grateful, and thank you all, and see you tomorrow.